ultimate comfort and an honest expression of beauty in whatever the area it is. I love going to mineral baths. I love going to Baden-Baden with David and taking the baths. To me, that's an ultimate luxury. I don't wear a lot of jewelry. I have Charvet cufflinks or whatever. I don't have a car anymore. If I could think of any luxury I'd ever want to have in New York City, it would be a car and driver. I'd love a Cartier tank watch. Or I was at Verdura last night. Verdura used to make some nice men's jewelry. But when you play the piano as a young man, you don't tend to wear jewelry. I don't really want to know the time, and now with the telephone, you can know the time anywhere with the iPhone. Probably having the technology I want, being able to travel the way I want to do. I like the best. I like to cook. I like using good materials. I don't really care about brand names as much as I like creativity. I mean, I think the ultimate luxury is, I was watching the other night Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and it's cliche, but I mean, they were just impeccable. So I took the QM2. I'd never crossed the Atlantic before. I absolutely loved it. I loved every moment of it. The 7 days, the insistence on wearing evening clothes. Nobody could be slobs in the dining room. The food was wonderful. The staff was wonderful. You could do anything you wanted to do. It was heaven. No airports. Your luggage was handled. They took you to London when you got to Southampton. It was, to me, true luxury. I loved it. I met fun people. It was all ages. It's not something you do to get from A to B anymore, because the airplane is taken over. But with the state of air travel today, even in first class or business class, it was wonderful. I highly recommend it. I'm a big fan of ocean lining travel now. We traveled around the world together. We talked on the telephone. I traveled to California a few years ago. It's very characteristic of David, when he's having a big exhibition, to put the most new work he could possibly do in the show. When we did the retrospective in 1988, he did a whole body of work, some of which was the source material was his work at the time doing the stage production of Tristan and Isolde at the LA Opera Company. So all the work always is constantly cross-pollinating each other. Yeah, I mean, I could go on for hours about David Hockney. I'm tired of slobs. I think people should look more attractive when they go out. I dress for myself. I wore bow ties. I was very famous for wearing bow ties, and many of my friends have given me or willed me their bow ties. I had one from Cary Grant and Virgil Thompson, so on and so forth. My father, who was a businessman, one time said to me that he'd never hire a man in a bow tie, and I asked him, wow, why would you not hire a man in a bow tie? And he said, because they have too cavalier of an attitude about the world. And I thought that sounded just great.